Growing up, license fees are where the broadcaster sets a fee for the viewers who use their TV services. There is a broadcasting company called BBC who charge license fees for the customers. The annual license fee is a sum of £144.50. The BBC rely on advertising because they don't put advertisements on the TV channels. The pro is that it is a secure source of income for the BBC. However, the con is that people still have to pay, regardless of whether you watch TV or not.
Sponsorship is a type of advertising, which lets a company be part of an event. An example of this is in the movie Wayne's World, when in a scene they promote many products, such as Coke, Reebok, and Pizza Hut. This movie might have made pizza more recognized, such that it made it more popular. People do this so they could get more popular. But one thing bad about it, because by doing sponsorship, people might see the company differently, as they might rely on them too much.
Financial aid is where the UK government provides a direct assistance for British film companies. An example of this is the EIS, Enterprise Investment Scheme. They allow tax relief up to 30%, so up to £1 million in a tax year, which is pretty amazing. The good thing about financial aid is that with the help of this, there will be an increase in film jobs. However, the bad thing about financial aid is that the government will only give you a certain amount of money. You have to raise some of the money yourself. Proved to be quite difficult.
Product placement is when the company pays the producer to promote a product. It promotes the product and more people will notice it, such as how Batman has a Lamborghini. By doing this, Lamborghinis might have gone more popular, since people might have wanted to be like Batman by getting a Lamborghini. By doing this, the company that paid to do it gets more recognition and gets more money. But one thing bad about it is that for the people who made the movie, the audience that watched that movie might think of them differently, since they might think they have to rely on product placement.
Adverts mostly fund the making of TV shows and for the commercial companies. The amount of how much an advertising company makes and pays is a time slot on what channel it is on. An example for this is that ITV's advertising. Before X Factor comes on, TalkTalk advertise their company during the peak time where everybody is watching X Factor. It costs up to £35,000 to get their slot, which is a lot of money. A pro for advertising is that there is a clear line between the content and the advertising, so people don't get mixed up. The con, however, is that it interrupts the program, which annoys the viewers and may lead them to maybe switch to another channel.
Subscription is a payment you have to make to access a certain type of content, and something such as membership. An example of this is how WWE made the WWE Network, which allows you to access a lot of wrestling related content, and it has a cheap price of $9.99. This might seem cheap to some, which is good since it might be affordable, but to some people it might seem a bit much and it might be a bit expensive. Pay-per-view is something that you have to pay to see, such as in UFC do wrestling events that you can experience live. They are very expensive, so you have to pay a lot of money to watch it, such as they usually cost almost £50 to watch. One good thing about it is that you get to experience live and see what exactly happens, but then again, they cost a lot to watch.
Is where other people invest into a project so they are able to create a producer's film. An example for this is a website called Kickstarter. Kickstarter help individual film producers to be exact, with their films by putting them on their website, and people can pledge a certain amount of money so they're able to make their film. An advantage is that producers have a lot of creative freedom and they are free to choose however the film is made. However, a disadvantage is that the money will be hard to come by and may take a while before actual production can start.
Development funds are funds that are made available to various companies by the manufacturer or brand An example of this is BFI film funds, who are people who give money to filmmakers so they can make more films. People do this so that they can get feedback from people. This helps the filmmakers because it can help them improve. One thing bad about it is because working with these means a lot of paperwork is needed, along with a lot of research.
Private capital is where other people invest into your project so you are able to create your film. An example of this is a website called Kickstarter. Kickstarter help individual film producers with their films by putting them on a website, and people can pledge a certain amount of money for the film. An advantage is that the producers have a lot of creative freedom and they are allowed to make however much they want. However, a disadvantage is that the money will be hard to come by and it may take a while before the production can start on the film.